The City Council regular meeting for the City of Wyoming, Minnesota, October 7th, 2025. Let the record reflect, we do have a quorum. Member Luker, Member Onstad, Member Schilling, Member Yeager, and Mayor Iverson are present. Please stand for the Pledge of Allegiance.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Next on the agenda is open forum. Open forum is an opportunity for members of the public to address the City Council on items that are or not on the current agenda. Items requiring council action may be deferred to staff or boards and commissions for research and future council agendas if appropriate. You will be limited to 3 minutes, and we ask that you conduct yourself in a professional, courteous manner and refrain from the use of profanity. Failure to abide by this policy may result in the loss of your privilege to speak. Do we have anybody here tonight that would like to speak at the open forum? Okay, seeing none, we'll move on to number 1, approval of minutes. Consider approving the minutes of the regular meeting of the Wyoming, Minnesota City Council for September 16th, 2025. If there are no comments or changes, do we have a motion to approve?
So moved.
Do we have a second?
Second.
Second by Member Onstad. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Nays? Anybody? No? That's what I thought I heard. Okay. Okay, number 2, consider approving the minutes of the work session of the Wyoming, Minnesota City Council for September 16th, 2025. If there are no questions or comments, do we have a motion to approve?
So moved.
We have a motion by Member Schilling. We have a second by Member Luker. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Same motion if you disapprove. We're good. Okay. Consent agenda. Items under the consent agenda will be adopted with one motion. However, council members may request individual items to be pulled from the consent agenda for discussion and actions if they choose. Consent agenda number 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. I would just like to pull number 4, please.
Pull number 5, please.
And number 5. Anyone else? If not, we need a motion to approve 3, 6, and 7. Do we have a motion?
So moved.
We have a motion by Member Schilling. Do we have a second?
Second.
We have a second by Member Onstad. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Opposed? So approved. Number 4 for me to consider accepting the resignation of Amanda Thiel for the Wyoming Fire Department. I just wanted to say thank you for her service for the fire department. And we appreciate all that she's done, and she'll be missed. Yep. Number 5, to consider authorizing the external hiring process for the position of sergeant for the Wyoming Police Department. Member Yeager?
Yeah, it's just a clarification. Do we still have one vacancy in the department?
We do have one vacancy for a police officer.
If you were to hire if you were to hire somebody externally, would that person fill that vacancy?
This would be filling Sergeant Rod's position when he retires at the end of the year.
So you're anticipating the second vacancy?
We would maintain the police officer.
You would have one vacancy,
Yes.
and then you're anticipating the second
Correct.
vacancy when Sergeant Rod retires?
We would be pre-hiring for Sergeant Rod's position.
Okay. Thank you.
Yes.
Any other questions from council? Seeing none, we need a motion to approve number 4 and 5 on the consent agenda. I will make the first motion. Do we have a second?
Second.
Second by Member Onstad. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? So approved. Let's see. Acknowledge receipts of reports of officer, boards, commissions, and department heads. Number 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12. Does anybody wish to pull an item from the reports?
I'd like to pull 8.
Pull number 8. Any other ones? No? All right. Member Onstad, go ahead on your question on number 8. Report of the Public Safety Director, Neil Bauer, for October 2nd, 2025.
I'd like to just mention that you, in your report, you stated one of the officers made a slight change, and they were studying for their certification or the use of the flock system or the camera system, And they did so in a public place where they were visible. And I think that was a great idea on that person's part, and I hope that kind of becomes a procedure. It's nice to hide in an office, but when you're out in the public, that's a great idea. And it puts more burden on them to be able to study, but just a great idea.
Yeah, and I'll get more into more details on an update with council for an update on the ALPR system with the communication as well. But yes, I'll touch more on that briefly.
Okay.
Thank you. Yeah.
Thank you. All right, we'll move on to communications. Number 13, Q3 2025 Automated License Plate Recognition Project Update. Chief?
Do we need to approve my report?
No, we
No?
don't
Okay,
usually
got it.
approve
Okay,
those.
got it. All
Yeah,
right.
you're all good. Would you like us to?
No, I think I've got enough mic time already. Nope, all
Yeah,
good.
you're good. You're on for number
Yep.
13.
All right, let me get back to that. One moment here. This is just a communication update to council about our ALPR system that was installed a few months ago. As I had mentioned, during that process, I would provide quarterly updates to the council on the operation of the system, an update on how it's being used, and any concerns that have come up since that point. Flock did install all 4 cameras at this point. All of our officers have gone through the online training, and I have acknowledged the receipt and asked any questions about the policy as needed. And they have started integrating it into their operations as of right now. Since this update, we've mostly been using it as an alerting tool. And I'll get into one story just as of about 4 o'clock today when the device was used. For the most part, it's just been used to identify drivers that have a revoked license, any kind of warrants they might have, any stolen vehicles that might be in our area. This quarter, we will move into using it as it's more of an investigative tool for searching for vehicles that have been involved with criminal activity. Working on getting data sharing agreements with our surrounding agencies to share that data and have an understanding of what it can be used for. There were summaries attached to this, just highlighting how it's been used up to this point. 1 second if I can, here we go. So as of right now, for the 3rd quarter since installation and up through the end of September, it alerted to over 1,100 revoked drivers, over 440 suspended drivers, notified us of 116 protection orders, which in itself isn't a violation, just an awareness. A couple warrants, a couple stolen vehicles, a couple license plates, and a COPS alert, which is just a notification when someone would like, when an officer or an agency would like someone contacted or arrested for a violation of a criminal offense. Our specific uses were on the other document that was attached. Mostly, up until today, was mostly used for revocation of license violations. And we're working on, setting parameters and changing settings so we have more information available. Again, it's a little bit of, okay, let's see how this looks on the end. We need to change this setting to make sure that we're getting the right data out. So I can provide that to you guys as well. So there's some information missing. When we run this report, I realize, okay, that's a setting I have to change. So now those changes have been made. So just this afternoon, an alert came out just after right around 4 p.m. for one of the license plate readers had hit on someone out of Isanti County that was wanted for a no contact order violation. It alerted one of the officers, or Sergeant Rod, got the alert on his computer in his squad, started checking the area, located the vehicle, and ended up arresting the individual for this no contact violation. So those are like a harassment order or a domestic abuse order, those type of things. So within minutes, he was able to locate the vehicle, safely took the person into custody, and transferred him to Isanti County for that arrest. So those are the type of situations that we're hoping for, that we can identify these individuals as well. That is, let's see if there's anything else I want to touch on. 1 second here. There is a link available on our website. It's the Wyoming Police Department Transparency Portal, and it's available through a link that shows a variety of information that's available 24/7 to residents that are curious about how it's being used, and can look at the searches, and they can download a lot of the information that I provided to you as well. So just in the interest of transparency and accountability, that is available. And as Councilmember Onstead mentioned, officers are having this available. There's a lot of online training that has to do through the state. And what they're doing is finding parking lots along 61 or in the areas that are near these ALPR readers, getting that training done in their squads so they're visible, and also then when these alerts come out, they're able to look for the vehicles when they come out. So it's a good use of their time and multitasking. So we haven't had any complaints or concerns that have come forward at this point. But any other questions that council might have, I'm available to answer those at this point.
We'll start with Member Luger. Any questions?
No questions. Thank you.
Member Yeager?
Okay, your memo talks about you expanded the use of the system to the hot list.
Correct.
What other expansions do you have in mind?
That was something that we wanted to, that was in the original plan. There's no other expansion that's available. That was we wanted to make sure everyone was trained up to speed on the alerts initially. And then the hot list is when we can add if there's a vehicle that we want to, just last week, there was a stolen vehicle. It takes some time for those things to get updated. We enter that vehicle as stolen in our flock system, so then anyone in the area that has the flock system can get that update immediately. So the officer, while they're out taking their report, we can enter it in, and then it will immediately update in the system, rather than waiting for the data to go through the statewide system, updating through flock, it's immediately done.
So basically, there's no other expansions in the system that you have planned at the moment?
No.
Thank you.
Okay. Member Schilling?
Glad to hear it's working.
Thank you.
Member Onston?
No further questions.
All right. Thank you very much for the update. We appreciate that.
Of course, anytime.
All right, new business. Mr. Erickson, I think you're doing 14, 15, and 16?
Yes, I
It's
am.
going to be the Mr. Erickson show for a little bit?
Just a little bit, yes.
Awesome. All right. So do you want to do a presentation first and then you want me to read, or?
I don't have a presentation this evening.
Okay.
I will for the next meetings, but this is just more
Just
kind of setting the
straightforward.
stage for the
Okay.
future meetings, yeah. So,
Okay.
thank you, Madam Mayor,
Yeah.
members of the council. Have two items really that relate to the 2024 street improvement project, and you might wonder why are we having the assessment hearing for the 2025 project in advance of the 24 project. But as you're aware, there were a number of corrective actions required of the contractor, as well as some remaining punch list items that are hopefully wrapped up this week. In any case, we have identified remaining or project costs to date. Those are at about 1.79 million. We have surface and drainage improvements that are accessible, totaling $1,757,071.60. You might recall that there were some trail improvements there. Those are non-accessible costs, and so we broke those out separately, $33,080. And then the accessible costs, again, that $1,757,000 divided by, or multiplied by that 20% assessed yields $351,414.32 in assessments. That divided by the number of parcels, again, broken out for both the urban section and the rural section. We have two different rates. The urban section was $4,122.36, and the rural section was $3,915.76. Both significantly less than what were identified in the feasibility study. We knew that going in as we awarded the contract. We had received phenomenal prices. And then we did have some minor savings during construction as well. And so certainly good news. Was a little bit difficult at times with some of the corrections that were required, but we wanted to make sure that we provided a good product to the residents and the city as well for their contribution. And so with that, staff is recommending that we declare the cost to be assessed as part of the 429 process. We have a couple of steps that are required. That is Resolution 25-1099, a resolution declaring the cost to be assessed and ordering the preparation of the proposed assessment rule for the 2024 street improvement project. And while we're at it, and I'll just kind of cover both, and then you
Yeah,
guys can take your
perfect.
actions. Thank you. The other resolution is Resolution 25-10-100, a resolution calling the hearing on assessments for the 2024 street improvement project. And we're identifying that at the November 4th 2025 city council meeting. Mr. Linwood did confirm that there are no elections that evening, so the meeting is indeed on the 4th. So with that, I'll stand for any questions that you might have.
Okay, let's start with Member Onstad, please.
No questions.
Member Schilling,
No questions, thank you.
Member Yeager,
No questions, you answered it already.
Member Luker,
No questions.
and I have none either, just good job. It's nice that that's wrapping up, so appreciate that. We need a motion to approve Resolution 251099, a resolution declaring cost to be assessed and ordering preparation of proposed assessment roll for 2024 street improvement project. Do we have, I have a brain fart today. Do we have a motion to approve?
So moved.
We have a whole bunch to move me through this. All right, we have a motion to approve by Member Onstad? No. Okay, by Member Luger. Do we have a second by Member Schilling?
You go,
No,
Mr.
by Member
Onstad.
Onstad?
He said it before I did.
Okay, so first and second?
Yep.
Okay, all in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? So approved. Thank you for helping me get through that one. To consider Resolution 2510-100, a resolution calling a public hearing on assessments for the 2024 street improvement project for November 4th, 2025. Do we have a motion to approve?
So moved.
Thank you. We have a motion to approve by Member Schilling. Do we have a second?
Second.
We have a second by Member Onstad. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? So approved. Thank goodness we got through that. That was good. Okay.
I second that.
Number 16, to consider Resolution 2510-101, a resolution authorizing the preparation of a feasibility study for the 2026 street improvement project. Mr. Erickson.
Thank you, Madam Mayor, members of council. Recently, in August, we held a workshop and we discussed the capital improvements plan and really tried to narrow in on the next 5 years of improvements. And we identified the Thornbeck Ponds area. This is a project area that has been discussed for years. So we're excited to have this rise to the top of the list. It's similar to our 2025 project where it might not be the worst condition roadway that we have, but it is one that we can have a lesser improvement and save both the city and residents significant funds by tackling that project at this point. And so we are recommending moving forward with that Thornbeck Ponds neighborhood project for the 2026 street improvement project. It is that part of the neighborhood south of 259th Street. You might recall in our conversation that the 259th Street and a couple other streets there were already past that stage where we'd be able to do a mill and overlay type improvement. And so we're electing to move those to a future year and tackle this project here in 2026. And I can go through and identify the streets if you'd like. The map is in the packet and the streets are labeled. There's quite a few, but if you'd like, I can name them. Otherwise, staff is recommending approval of the resolution, ordering the preparation of the feasibility study. We feel it's important to move forward relatively soon on this. We know that's a busy neighborhood. We want to make sure that that project can start at the onset when school is out and also finish before school starts. And so that's a target that we have, and we just want to make sure that we get started soon enough where we can get survey completed before snowfall and things of that nature. So with that, I'll stand for any questions that you might have.
Okay. Member Schilling?
No questions.
Member Yeager?
You mentioned that 259th Street was for another year. What year were you planning for it?
We've identified that as 2027 in that
Okay.
capital improvements plan.
And that would go from Ashton Park all the way down around to where it meets Glen Oak?
Yes, actually, I don't have the full map here. It does include that portion of Glen Oak. It does include a little bit of Flint Trail that was not part of the previous project. It's on the other side of the previous project,
Okay,
and 259th Street.
okay, thank you.
Member Luker?
No questions.
Member Onstad?
No questions.
We need a motion, number 16, a motion to approve Resolution 2510-101, a resolution authorizing the preparation of a feasibility study for the 2026 street improvement project. Do we have a motion?
So moved.
We have a motion by Member Schilling. Do we have a second?
Second.
Second by Member Onstad. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? So approved. Number 17, to consider appointments for the Zoning Board of Appeals. Mr. Linwood, are you gonna be discussing this?
Mr. Weck, actually.
Mr. Weck, all right.
Mayor and council members, we received an application to appeal one of my decisions, the issue of building permit. Last time we had an appeals board was 2012, so we need to appoint some people. Mark Lobermeyer and Mark Hall have volunteered to do it from the planning commission, so we need 2 members of the city council and a member of the public to be appointed by the mayor, so we can set a date for that hearing.
Okay. I'm wondering if I can appoint member Onstad and member Schilling for this zoning board of appeals.
I absolutely would love to.
Okay?
Yep,
Member
I would
Onstad?
too.
Okay, all right, so, do I need to make a motion on that then, on the 2, or what?
Who
How
are
do we
we
do that?
appointing?
If we're appointing.
No, you just make the appointments.
Okay.
It's your appointment.
Okay.
But you do need to appoint a member of the public.
Oh, okay.
May I suggest, is this Conklin?
She's one of the.
No, they're one of the, no. So, Bruce,
Sorry.
would you be interested in that? Would you? Okay, thank you.
See, we're glad you were here.
Be great. Okay, so, the mayor will appoint member Onstad, member Schilling, from the council, and then, for, the community would be, Mr. Spangler. Yes.
The
Did I do
planning
that
commission
wrong?
members volunteered and still need to be appointed also.
Okay, so, also then, Commissioner Hall and Commissioner Lobermeyer. So that completes all that, correct?
Yes.
Okay, all right, we appreciate, you helping us out on that.
We'll get a hearing date out as soon as possible.
Yeah, and, any idea on dates?
Not exactly, within the next week
Okay.
or so.
Okay, do you need Mr. Spangler's email address or phone number?
I think I already have his information, if not.
Okay, we'll wait. We'll wait for you. All right, that's very true. All right, so number 18, to consider a proclamation declaring October 1st or October 31st, 2025 as Manufacturers Month in the city of Wyoming. Mr. McFarland, are you taking this one or Mr. Linwood?
That'll be me.
Okay,
Honorable members of the City Council, each year the City of Wyoming issues a proclamation stating or declaring the month of October as Manufacturing Month in the City of Wyoming. A little bit of background on that and why we do it in the City of Wyoming and Chisago County specifically. There in 2024 were 93 manufacturing businesses that employed 2,408 people with total wages over $156 million, and that's the second largest payroll among business sectors in Chisago County. Manufacturing jobs in our county account for 16% of all private sector employment within the county. In terms of the state, in the state of Minnesota, manufacturing has the second largest total payroll among business sectors. They provide over $26.5 billion in wages just last year. Manufacturing produced $58 billion for the state economy last year as well, and is the largest share of our gross domestic product at 12%. Manufacturing exports also brought over $27 billion into the Minnesota economy in 2024. So with all that being said, the Chisago County HRA EDA representatives from DEED, the school districts as well, North Branch, Forest Lake, Chisago Lakes, and the City of Wyoming, staff have all organized a manufacturing event that is going to take place at Split Rocks tomorrow, Wednesday, October 8th, from 8:30 to 1:30 p.m. That event allows students to come to Split Rocks and meet with our local manufacturing businesses in the city and learn about opportunities and potential career exploration with them. So we're looking for the council to approve that proclamation for Manufacturers Month.
well, I love to talk about this event because I think we've been there from the very start. So, which I can't even remember how many years now, but since 2018. Yeah, it's just been a great event. And I know as I travel around the state with other things, and I talk to families or parents that their kids actually have decided to go into the trades more so than college. And I think there's some really cool things that are going on within manufacturing. So I know I'm all for it, but we'll go stand for any questions. Member Yeager?
No questions.
Member Luker?
No questions.
Member Onstad?
No question, but it is a great program.
Member Schilling?
No questions.
All right. I'll make the motion to consider a proclamation declaring October 1st to the 31st, 2025 as Manufacturer Month in the city of Wyoming. Do we have a second?
Second?
We have a second by Member Onstad. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? So approved. Number
Ma-
19.
Madam Mayor, before you move on to number 19, I apologize. We do have to revisit number 17. I just confirmed in the city zoning code, the appointments do need to be approved by a majority of the council.
Okay, sounds good. Let's go back to number 17 to consider the appointments for the Zoning Board of Appeals, which was Member Onstad, Member Schilling for council, Commissioner Hall, Commissioner Lobemeyer for planning, and Mr. Spangler for community at large. Do we have a motion?
So moved.
We have a motion to approve by Member Onstad. Do we have a second
She got
by
it.
Member Luker?
Sure.
Other way.
Yeah, we'll go,
What's-
it's all good.
Whatever
Okay.
works. I'm not picky.
All in favor?
I'm not-
Aye. Opposed, so approved. My hearing must be bad today. All right, number 19, to consider Wyoming City Council work session on October 21st, 2025. Mr. Linwood?
Yes, thank you, Mayor, members of council. This is a request from the staff to have a work session on October 21st at 5:30. This pertains to the continuing due diligence on the property at 26263 Forest Boulevard. We are continuing to work with Wold Architects on this, and they are working on estimates related to the building as we go through that due diligence period. So we would like to bring the council those findings from Wold Architects at that work session on the 21st. And I can stand for any questions.
Okay, did everybody check their calendars?
I have not been able to verify my calendar for the 21st, but I will be in Cleveland. So I would like to attend virtually if I can, and I won't know that answer until tomorrow. I sent the email out this afternoon, so.
Okay, all right, anyone
If the
else?
meeting is on Monday, then I will be in it virtually.
Okay,
I'll be in San Diego for a training.
okay. So attending virtually
I
or
will
not?
not be,
You will not, okay? And you don't know for sure?
I don't know for sure yet, because I'll be at the ICC code hearings, so, I think that, Tuesday is clear on the afternoon or the evening calendar, so my anticipation is I will be able to, but I will not be able to answer for sure until tomorrow.
Okay, Linda?
It works for me.
Okay, Blair?
I will be in Minnesota. I plan on attending.
All right, so one thing I'm gonna ask Mr. Linwood then, do we wanna consider a different date? Can we or can we not, or what's, no? Okay,
Because of this 60-day due diligence will be.
Yeah.
is it the 60 day?
27. Yes, sir.
I just wanna know what's the
Theoretically, I
best.
mean, we have a 60-day deadline on the due diligence, which is what we talked about, where if council were to choose to cancel the agreement, we would get the earnest money back, and that, I think you said is the 27th.
28th.
The 28th. So the work session, we would like council to have the information, confirm we're all good, obviously before that deadline hits. So if you're not gonna do it here, then it would probably have to be on a special session,
You'd
right?
probably look at the Monday, the 27th would be your next,
And that's cutting it pretty close.
it would be one day prior.
Wouldn't we have a special meeting to have the actual vote on going forward?
You've already gone forward with the purchase agreement, so.
Oh, so you
wouldn't-
don't need a separate vote from that?
You don't need a, unless the council will give us direction to stop that, to cancel the purchase agreement. So that would be what that would take.
Well, there'll still be at least 3 of us, possibly 4,
I should.
right? So you can't be.
The schedule is unknown and it's West Coast time.
Okay. All right, so I'll make the motion to approve the Wyoming City Council work session for October 21st, 2025 at 5:30. Do we have a second?
Second?
We have a second by Member Luker. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? So approved. So number 20, we're gonna do this again. We are gonna enter into closed session. So before that, if we can give council reports, please. We'll start with Member Schilling.
No report, thanks to those that came in, appreciate it, and anybody watching, have a great night.
Member Yeager?
No report, thank you for coming, and thank you for watching.
Member Luker?
No report. Thanks for coming in.
Member Onstad?
I attended the Park Advisory Commission meeting last night, and beyond that, nothing. Thanks for coming in.
All right, and I have nothing either. So I do want to ask Chief Bauer, Coffee with the Cops, how'd that go?
Great, it was awesome weather, and had a pretty good turnout.
Good,
So, yeah, we're doing another one end of January at McDonald's, so that'll be coming up.
perfect. Okay, great. I'm so glad that you guys did that. So. perfect. All right, so we do need to take a recess. Do I need to say number 20 first, that we're going into closed door, or can we just? Take a recess. Okay. All right, we'll take a 5-minute